would like to start with two things. First of all, you may notice I'm in a little bit of a different setup. The next week or two is going to be different setup, but today I really wanted to go through the stuff that I packed with me for my trip. If you aren't aware, I did take a 3 week break from filming and stuff because I was traveling with my dad and then traveling with my mom, and I brought the same stuff with me essentially on both trips, and so that was fun. And then I got to really enjoy the products that I brought. Usually when I pack for a trip, sometimes I feel like there's something missing because I'm kind of trying to multi-purpose as much products as possible, and I don't feel that I get a good full face like I do when I have my regular setup. But this trip I felt like I packed really intentionally, and I was really happy with the makeup that I was wearing. So without further ado, I'm just going to quickly go through my little makeup bag. I did bring other toiletries obviously, but I didn't feel the need to go over those, so this is just the makeup that I brought with me. If this is excessive to you, I'm sorry. This is a pared down face for me, so this is as natural as I get, unless I'm just gonna not wear makeup at all. Firstly, I brought my EcoTools sponge. This is one of their allegedly compostable ones. I like this sponge. It feels the exact same as their other sponge, but I did notice that this one's kind of starting to rip a little bit quicker than my other EcoTools sponges have, so maybe it is a little bit softer than their other foam formula, but I still really like it. It does a decent job. It's a sponge. I'm not a person who subscribes to the idea that some sponges are magical. And then I also kind of going along with the face. Actually, no, I'll do tools really quick. The brush, I use this mostly for bronzer. Sometimes I'll use it for powder. This is probably my favorite face brush of all time. I use it for blush, bronzer, powder. There have been times where I just brought this and then dunked it. It had one side that was blush and then one side that was highlighter, and just kind of dusted it on my cheeks when I'm doing more of an all over glow. It's a really great brush, really beautifully shaped, and has stood up. I've had this brush for 4 years, about 4 years, and so I really love it. Then I have this EcoTools brush. I don't have any names on my EcoTools brushes because I bought them in a little set, but I have 3 of them here. It's a little tapered, small, teeny tiny brush. I use it for highlighter. It works really well for that. I also will use it for powder if I really only want to set under my eyes, but that's not what I use it for right now. Speaking of powder, I'm missing my powder brush. Speaking of powder, I have this e.l.f. small tapered brush. This is what I was using for powder. It's good for getting under the eye, around T-zone, if you're not going to set your whole face. My other 2 EcoTools brushes, it's been a while since I filmed, is this little pencil smudger brush, which is dusting up eyeshadow. That's lovely. And this small flat eyelinery brush. So these are the 2 that I brought with me. Then I brought a little just kind of a basic shader brush, and then one of my favorite blending brushes. I have 4 that are just like this. They're basic, not very tapered, just kind of fluffy blending brushes. There have been a couple times where I've completely forgot to bring eye brushes or completely forgot to bring brushes at all, so I was proud of myself that I remembered. And then starting in order that I do my face, I brought this HelloFab Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. This is a good primer. I really only use it in the summer because that's the only time I ever feel like I need anything mattifying, but it's nice. It just kind of it doesn't feel silicone-y, it just feels kind of smooth and slippery, so I just put it all over my face. I didn't say stay super matte because I was in 2 very hot places. I was in Wisconsin and then Greece, so it was 90 degrees every single day, but this was really good. I have another mini like this. I'm just going to use them up and then I'll be done with that. Then I brought, this is the one thing that changed. I was using my Coola Rosilience tinted SPF in Wisconsin, and then I accidentally left it at my dad's house, so then when I went to Greece, I used the Hyaluronic Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer from ColourPop. I like both. This is a better foundation. Like, it matches me better. I think it blends a little bit better, but it's lower SPF. Part of the reason why I was wearing that cooler one is because I'm like, this is my face SPF. So I like them both. I just use them for like different purposes, and so like it's hard to compare them, but they're both just like really sheer formulas. Then for concealer, I brought my RMS Beauty Uncover Up Concealer. I like was worried, and I adore this. I think it makes the skin look so beautiful, and I really do think that this is a really good concealer. I Now that I'm saying that, I'm having a hard time because I don't want to spend like $30 every time I buy a concealer. So now I'm like, is the $30 concealer worth it? I don't know. I'm going to see how long it takes me to use this up, because if it takes me 6 months to use up, then I can justify that in my head. If it takes me like 2 months to use up, then I'm not spending 6 times $180 a year on concealer. Like, that is ridiculous. So we'll see. I don't know yet. Then powder and bronzer is my Tarte Park Avenue Princess palette. It does have another face powder. I didn't want it to shatter because I scraped some stuff out of it to franken this, and I was just not gonna, I didn't want to deal with shattered products. So these are magnetic pans. It's super easy to pop them out, so I just popped it out. And I used this as my powder under my eyes and in my T-zone and stuff. And then I mainly was using this bronzer that I frankened. So this I really like. I'm painting it. You won't see an update on this for a while. That's why I didn't mind showing it. But I do really like this palette. For blush, I used my Nudestix Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil in the shade Purity. I used this on my cheeks. I also did use it a little on my lips. I'm wearing a small bit of it today, layered over another lipstick. And I really like this. I have another little, the bigger one of this. This is a mini, and I have a full size of it as well. But I really like the color, so I'm not mad about having multiples of it. I definitely was wearing very blushy looks while I was out of town. More blushy than I normally go. So that was fun. Definitely a little different. Then I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is in my Graveyard Project pan. Good, quick brow on the go. Then for eyeshadow, I have my Tarte Pro To Go palette. My update for my project pan that palette of this came up on Tuesday, so you'll have already seen the update of this palette, but I did get a good amount of use on it while I was out of town, and I am so happy I brought it with me. This is my favorite travel palette, just hands down. It has everything I need. A lot of people feel that they need a like soft cream shade, and I used to feel that way. I no longer feel that way because I am equally happy using whatever powder I use on the rest of my face if I need to blend out a trouble area or set like an eye primer. Not that I bring an eye primer with me when I travel. So that is like, this is perfect for me. Then really quickly, the last little bit of eyes. I did bring a pencil sharpener with me, but that's not really exciting. I brought my Cargo Swimbles eye pencil in the shade, I believe this is Black Sea. This is in my year-long project pan. I brought the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara to Greece. I brought my Bare Minerals Lash Topia to Wisconsin and accidentally left that on my dad's. I don't know why I'm like this. So I just brought a little random mini from my drawer with me to Greece. And then I also brought with me to Greece this Cargo's. I wasn't sure how budge proof this was, and I was worried, which I should have been because I did have a little bit of smudging with it. I don't think that would be an issue for me normally, but I think that I was setting my face so little because I didn't want to look flat and crepey, and so the minimal powder mixed with 90-degree sweating constantly. So I also brought this Cargo Cosmetics waterproof top coat. I think this is an interesting product. It is hard to work with. It's kind of goopy, but it works. It's a really good top coat. It's really good at especially if I was just worried about like my mascara smudging. I could just do like the tips of my lashes and my lower lash line. I didn't have to coat my entire lashes with it, and so it made the removal process easier than just using a waterproof mascara. I'm really curious to keep working with this. I'll definitely continue to use it over the summer. Unfortunately, it will like dry out or expire probably before I get to use all of it. It's not a product I would use every day, but it is interesting, and I'm really glad I had it with me. I brought this Ulta Beauty matte makeup setting spray just because it's little, and so I don't think this does a great job at keeping you matte, but it was nice. I honestly didn't purchase this. I wouldn't purchase this, but I'll use it up while I have it, and just kind of get it out. This might pop up in a project pan. And then two lip products. I did use the Nude Sticks pencil as a lip product, especially under my Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in the shade Fenty Glow. This is a little mini. I love this gloss. And then I also brought my Locket & Co. Locket & Co. Cloud Lips in the shade Sun Shower. That always is a tongue twister. Both of these are in my 21 Lippies project pan. I'm so happy I decided to bring these two, plus the Nude Sticks. But I didn't wear this as a lip color nearly as often. I adore this shade, and it was really special to bring it with me to Greece, and kind of this will be the shade that I always associate it with that trip, even once I use this up, like that bright fuchsia. So that'll be really fun, and I really love both of these lip products. I'm glad I got a chance to use them and work on them, especially since they're both in my 21 Lippies project, which I will link down below. All my project pans, I'm just going to link down below because I've mentioned like, oh, this is in this project and this is in this project because I have like 5 going on right now, but I do really like both of these, and I'm glad I brought them with me. So that is everything for my little makeup bag that I brought with me on my trip. I think this makeup worked really well for me. I was gone for about 3 weeks in total. I didn't wear makeup every day during those 3 weeks, but I did wear makeup most of the time, and this face really worked for me. It was kind of a 15-minute face, which is pretty standard for me, so I don't mind. Like, it's not like I was looking for like a 5-minute face, because I do enjoy doing my makeup in the morning. And so I'm really happy with the products I brought, and all of them worked for me. I didn't have any disasters or any like explosions, so that was good. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz, and I hope to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys!